Right. So I'm gonna keep this really informal. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna show you how it works. I'm gonna start with a completely fresh setup for OBS so that I can show you exactly how it works from the ground up. Hi Marianne. I did figure out that it does work with Microsoft, what is it called? Microsoft Meetings. It does, if you use Microsoft, it does work with that. It's just a matter of selecting OBS as your camera in Microsoft Meetings when you're in there. But it does, well, you're eating the cat food, now stop it. Sorry, I've got the dog here. Would you lay down? You're wicked. Yes, you're wicked. He feels guilty now. Look at the poor baby, he's very guilty. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna share my screen, and here is, I'm just gonna show you my desktop so that, okay. Can everybody, are you seeing my Ola screen? Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure of that. So if it looks like I'm not looking at you on the camera, it's because I have two screens working, so I'll have a bigger space for you all. So just keep in mind that if I'm looking over here, I'm not completely distracted. All right, so I am gonna go, if you have OBS and you open it, I'm gonna put my mouse right there. I'm gonna go up to scene collection myself. Now, if you end up creating a set of screens is like different presentations, right? If I were doing a presentation for a professional day, I might have one set of screens. And then if I were doing something for class, I might have a different set of screens. So what I'm gonna do right now is for myself, you're gonna start with a fresh one. You don't need to do that. But in case you need to know, in scene collection, I'm just gonna create new. And this is, I'm just gonna call it demo. So you can give your scene collections a name. Marianne, I'm just gonna ask you to keep track of the comments for me. Would you do that? So that I can, so yeah, I mean, you guys feel free to keep your microphones on and just to interrupt me, but if somebody's doing a comment, I won't see it, Marianne, all right? So I've made a scene collection and I've named it demo. If you see, I'm going back up to scene collection right now. I could switch between the two now. I'm gonna have basically two presentations that I could choose from. I go to distance learning, and that's the one that you guys have seen. And then I can go back to my demo, which has nothing in it. It's just a blank slate, all right? So this is my blank slate. I can put in it whatever I want. The thing to keep in mind is that when you stream, there is like a 4 to 5 second delay between what I do and when it gets to wherever you're streaming. So when I do, I have my picture of my Bitmoji on the cover just to give a starter until I get things going. You guys also saw that I had the movie. You had like a little video clip that you wanted to put in there and have playing. So scene one, I've got to decide what my intro is. So this is, you decide what you're going to call your intro. I'm going to say opening, just for lack of a better thing. So I'm calling that opening. It's still blank, but it's just titled, this one scene is titled opening. Now I have to decide what I'm going to put in it. You might have a Bitmoji picture, you might have a video link. Again, there's so many of them. I am going to choose a picture. Now, as you see this pop up and here, and feel free to play with it on your own as you go. I'm going to get us going with a scene, and then I'm going to have everybody try it a little bit to put something in, because I'm hoping we can ask questions and do some trial and error. Now, I'm going to add an image. We've got lots of different possibilities. We'll take the ones that we need one at a time. I'm going to click image. Now, here's the thing. create whatever images you're going to use. You want to keep them in the same place every time so that when you open OBS, it can find them. I made the mistake of having images in one file and then transferring them, never even thinking about OBS, and I went back and I was like, where are they all? They're gone. Bad. Had to start over. Okay, so what I have done on my computer is I've just created a file called OBS, and I have screenshots, I have backgrounds, whatever I want to have. I have a file of all those so that they're going to stay in the same place forever. All right, so that's an important thing to keep in mind. So image, I'm going to say Bitmoji. All right, although that says Knitmoji, which is not as attractive. Sounds like it's got lice involved with it, and I don't like that. Bitmoji, that's better. Now, once I create new, I'm going to say okay. And it's going to ask me to browse. It's just like browsing on your computer files. So I'm going to browse. And I have mine are all set up in documents. And I see I have OBS screenshots. I've got backgrounds. And I'm just going to go find, there's my Bitmoji. I'm going to just use that. And I say, okay. Now, I can arrange it. I can leave it this size. I can stretch it. Okay. I'm gonna, let's see, 19, 20. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. So I can just adjust this until it is the setting that I want. That wasn't what I wanted. So this, I just stretch it. I can make it wider and bigger and put it right there in the middle. I can also add text to it. This is where we end up adding layers. We add layers to this. So I've got the picture the way I want it. And I can add text if I wanted to add text. So you see I've got text, freestyle type. I can choose that and I can just say, you know, whatever, hello, greeting, whatever I'm going to call it. Once you've added these, they will then appear in add existing. And I won't have to search for them every time, right? So it's adding them the first time. So watch, hello. So now I can add my text here. I can choose my font. So I'm just going to say, hello, everyone. And you see it is the largest font you've ever seen in your life. And so I have the ability to just go in and do it like I would in Word. And I just adjust. This is at 256. No wonder it's huge. Let's try 70 just to see how that works. Hello, everyone. And I can change my font if I want to choose a different funky one, you know, whatever I want to do. Alley Cat.
So Amy, when you mentioned earlier that you'd like us to give this a try, do you want us to try this out right now? Right, or do you want us to
so I'm just
watch?
I have to show you enough so that I can get you going, and then I'm going to let you give it a shot.
Okay.
So give me a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to have you try this just to add things for a couple seconds so that you can see what you fall into here. So again, I can add, this is my opening scene. I'm not even going to put my own camera in it yet because this is just for everybody to look at while I'm getting myself up and running and getting things started, right? So do you want to try that one right now before I go into anything else? Remember, you're going to create a scene. There's a plus sign at the bottom. Name whatever you want that first scene. Don't worry about the order of them now. If you think of, you know, if it ends up needing to go somewhere else, you just literally drag and drop them and can shuffle them. Very easy to do. And they've also got the arrows you can work in there. So add a scene, and then once you've created your scene, you're going to go in and add an image. And this can be just for playtime right now. This doesn't have to be serious. If you've got them, great. Otherwise, you know, feel free to not make a serious one is what I'm saying. I hear somebody trying to talk and they're breaking up. Is somebody trying to? I feel like somebody's trying to talk and I can't hear you. If you want to text or put in the chat, I'll watch for you there. I got chats. Okay. How are we doing so far? All right. I got a thumbs up from somebody. There we go. Thumbs up is great communication. That gives me, want to make sure that I'm not losing anybody. The minute you're frustrated, let out a cry of anguish, then I'll help you. Now you have bad breath because you ate the cat food. I also did some more research and figured out how to add a whole slide presentation. That's all right, Cynthia. You can catch up as we go. I'm glad you're here. Who has been able to get an image in there? Have we been able to? Yeah? All right, good, 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 good.
I have a quick question. This is Cynthia.
Sure.
I had created a Bitmoji when this Facebook account just started, and I don't know how to access it again.
You created the Bitmoji. Did you just create yourself as a Bitmoji and it's in Bitmoji, or did you create a Bitmoji classroom? Can you narrow down what you did with the Bitmoji?
Well, I did it when we were like posting our own. I guess I thought I downloaded something.
Okay.
I mean that when we were all posting our Bitmoji pictures.
Yep.
So like, how do I get into that? How do I find that?
All right. So,
I saved mine to pictures on my computer.
yeah, if you saved it, and it would be in your images. If you did not save it, you could go back into Bitmoji and get it again. If you did a Bitmoji classroom, I'm guessing you worked in Google Slides, in which case you could open that and take a screenshot of it, or download it as, you know, however you want.
But then how are people like taking their Bitmojis and they're doing a lot of different fun things with it?
Yeah, so that's that's basically using Google Slides and creating in a slideshow, you are turning it into basically a room. Some people are putting links with it. And so this isn't going to talk too much about
well, like you put it in your picture, your image in the car, and that's why
yeah.
I was like, how do I do that? How do you do an image like that?
All right, so so that's something that I took a headshot Bitmoji and put it into a photo.
All right.
So I can happily talk you through that, but yeah, it's going to take, not right now. It's going to take us off course for what we're doing now, but I can easily help you to do that.
Oh, right. Later on. That's
fine. Yeah. Happy to do that with you. Even if you want to stay for a couple minutes when we finish here.
Yeah, that would be great.
Fabulous. All right. Oh, Bridget. Well, I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad we got it. I'm sorry you keep getting kicked off. We'll figure it out. All right. Any questions for people that have created that first scene? It's pretty easy to navigate. Once you're like, I'm adding this. let's add another scene. Let's add another scene. Let's call this, I don't know, what are we gonna call it? Let's call it class story. We'll call it class story.
Where do you add the scene? Do you go back up to scene collection?
No, so you're gonna go right down here. Do you see my cursor at the bottom left, Marianne? Where it says scenes?
Sorry, I feel a little silly here. I've kind
No,
of
not at all.
off.
So, Marianne,
the,
are you seeing my car picture still?
I'm in another.
Okay, so if you can just come back to my screen for a minute.
Okay. Oh, yes, there you are.
So here at the bottom left, do you see my cursor on the plus?
Oh, okay.
That's where you're gonna add a scene. So if I give it a plus, because we're gonna create a whole bunch of scenes that are gonna stay together kind of as one presentation.
Okay.
So now scene 2, I'm just gonna call it class story, for lack of a more original idea. And I've got another blank page. Now, this is gonna have more layers to it. This is gonna be more complicated. You need to make sure that you add audio and video to every screen that you want to be heard on. This was the problem if you were in the PD on Friday when I kept losing my voice. One of my scenes, the scene where I switched to the document, I had forgotten to add my microphone. And that was why there was nothing wrong with my audio. I hadn't added my audio. Right? The light bulb went on too late for me. So here we're gonna do in the sources. The sources are the levels, the different layers that you're adding to your scene. So I'm gonna click the plus, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is add, and this will be different if you're on a computer that has a built-in microphone and camera. Okay, if you're using built-in microphone and camera, I'm gonna go to media source, video capture device. And I'm gonna click on video capture device, and it's always going to present like this. You're gonna get this video capture device, you know, you can leave it like that. You can name it camera, whatever you wanna call it. And I'm gonna click okay. Now I have to choose what my device is.
I'm sorry, Amy. Can you go back and show us that again? It's a little too fast when I'm working on my own.
Okay. So so everybody should be looking at my screen for now, and then I'll let you walk through it on your own. Okay? And that'll make it easier. So I've created my scene, and now I have to add a source. So I'm going to delete it so that I can show you how I did it. Okay, cancel, delete, yes. Okay, so now at the bottom I need to add a source. I'm gonna click the plus, and I am going to choose video capture device. Does everyone sees that on my screen?
Thank you.
It looks like a camera. It looks like a camera. There's a little camera icon there. So video capture device. And like with everything that I try to add, I'm going to name my source. So you can leave it as video capture device. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it camera. And then I'll click OK. Then it's going to ask me to define exactly what it wants associated with camera. So I look at the different devices available to me. I have my built-in camera that I could use. I also have an external plug-in camera, okay? And so you choose, I'm gonna choose this one because it's, oh, maybe I'm not choosing anything. Once I choose that, it'll pop up, and as you'll see, it shows me that it's using the camera. And then all I have to do is click OK. It worked just the same way as when we added the scene, the image, except now we're adding a camera. I'm going to go back and show you if I wanted to add, there's no reason I would want to add a second camera, but if I click add existing, I could add camera. Every time I go back in another scene, I won't have to go back and define it again. It's already been defined. So the next time we create another scene over here, and I want to add that same camera, I just have to add existing and do that. Same thing if I want to add the same image again. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that. So there I am, larger than life on my screen. I do not have to be that big. I can be small. And in most of mine, I'm small and I can move it around. I can put myself wherever I want to be. Now, I have no audio. If I'm streaming, I have no audio. So what I have to do is I have to add another layer. Now watch, I'm going to hit the plus sign again. So I'm still in the same scene, and under sources, I hit the plus sign, and now I need audio output, oh, actually audio input capture. Audio input capture.
Does this mean that you can talk
And they'll hear me.
live?
It means that I can talk. I have to set up basically my microphone.
Okay.
That's basically what I'm doing. Audio input capture. So I'm going to click OK, just like I do each time, and it's going to ask me to identify which one. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I didn't. I hit enter by mistake. Yeah. So let me do it again. Plus audio input capture. I'm going to name this microphone. I'm going to click OK. I've got choices. So I'm using my blue snowball. That's my external microphone that I plug in, but I can use the built-in microphone. I can use whatever so I choose the one that I know that I like. And then what you'll see when I say okay is now at the bottom, audio mixer shows me that I have sound there. And as you see that green line, you can see that it's working. If I were streaming, they would hear me. I can adjust the volume on it. I can turn it down and do that. And adjust it if I'm blaring. If I'm up here in the red, then I might want to adjust it, or even in the yellow. Okay, like any. But you could add another audio input. I could add.
Can you add something from YouTube?
No, this is a microphone.
Okay.
We're talking just about microphones right for this second. So see, I've added the built-in microphone there. I don't need both of them. I'm just showing you that I could do either one and it'll work basically the same way. So I'm going to take out that audio one that I did. And it's that easy to delete it. If you don't like what you put in, you click on it, it turns blue, and you just hit delete. And it'll say, are you sure you want to delete that? And then you say yes, and it's gone, and you've got the one that you want. Okay, so now we've added video, and we've added audio. All right, now what we want to do is add what our background images are. Now you're gonna layer your images. I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna let you try it. We're gonna try a couple things, and then I'm gonna let you play. So I'm doing that same plus under sources again. And I'm gonna add an image again. This time I'm gonna say background. Background 1, which means I might have a million backgrounds. I'm just not gonna name them. Background 1. And I'm gonna browse just like I would on my computer. And I know where I have my file. Here's my backgrounds. Let's see what I can pick. That looks pretty. Okay, and it'll show me it. And then I'll go like this. What's the problem currently? First of all, it's too big, so I've got to size it.
It's covering your video.
It's covering my video. People want to gaze upon me.
Yes, they do.
You don't want to block that. Okay, this is where it gets easy. I want you to look at how I've got my cursor over the sources. It's as easy as it's dragging and dropping. Oh, that was the microphone. And I'm just dragging and dropping. And now my camera's on top. So I just drag, it doesn't really matter where the microphone is because that's nothing anybody will see. But your picture and your background, you can drag and drop around. I could add another picture over the top of it if I wanted. I could put a whole bunch of pictures here. I could add help. So if I wanted to add maybe a vocabulary source for them to look at while we're talking about the pictures, I might add a source. And again, this is huge, so I can resize it. And I might want to put that up in one corner, and then I can move myself, and you can slide everything around. The more items you get on the page, the trickier it gets because you're going to grab one and something else is going to move and you're going to get frustrated. So watch this. Down here in sources, there's a lock. The minute I hit lock, I can't move that anymore. It'll stay put. So like while you're messing with the other thing, I lock everything up so that I'm just messing with one picture. Does that make sense? I might layer my pictures. I might have a bunch of pictures that have a bunch of support pictures in the back, at which point I might then, the eyeball means it's not visible. They might not need to see this help one that I put in all the time. Then I can just go like this. Oh, cancel. Cancel that, don't shut down, right? So I can hit the eyeball and then it's not visible. Take it off and it is visible. Right, so that's the beauty of this. This is broadcasting software. That's why it's a little more technical because you can do so much stuff. I'm going to take a second and switch to my other program for a second just to show you how many layers I have in some of my slides. Okay, somehow I changed a setting on this one. Hold on. Okay, so I've got to rework on my settings on these, but let me go to Calendar Talk. So watch this one. I have question words that I can turn on for them. I have helpful extra words I can turn on. Verb endings I can give them. I have all sorts of things that I can turn on. When I was messing with my settings before and it reset them all, so I just have to mess with that. But I have so many layers in this that I can turn on and off for them. You know, sometimes the kids just need help with the verb endings and they can't remember them. So I just put that up so I can point to them and say, remember you're talking about you. So you're just going to put an S on the end of your verb, right? So there's different ways. And then I can just, once I've gone over that, boom, it's gone. And we go back to what we were doing. Okay. So I'm going to go back to demo. So have to add camera if you need to be seen. Have to add microphone if you need to be heard and you need to be heard.
Amy,
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if at this point it's difficult for us to think about what we want to do and then see what you're doing. Can we take a few minutes to try adding a
what I'm doing. So
source?
I'm teaching you how to do one section and then I'm sending you to go practice with it. So,
Okay.
so I needed to show you all these sections that you have to be able to add before I can send you off to practice with them.
Okay.
So I'm got to make sure nobody's got questions before I send you to do that. Okay, so you have to add a microphone. You have to add a camera. It won't do it automatically. You're hearing yourself talk, so you're thinking you're going to be heard. You have to add that. And then whatever layers you want. Remember, You can lock them as you resize them. All right. Name them so that when they name your things that you add so that when you add them, you can recognize them if you need to use them in future slides. Okay, so name them well. Lock them when you're done resizing them so that they'll stay put. And then you can make them disappear or visible with the eye. All right, so let's take a moment with that now that I've shown you how to do microphone, video, and images. And then we'll talk about adding video links in the next scene. Okay, so shall we take 5 to 10 minutes? How do we want to do that? Let's do that. And I'm right here, and I'll answer questions for you as we go.
Okay, that sounds good.
So
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So just go to your screen, and then if you have a question, I can walk you through on my screen.
Okay. And how I got back to my screen was to press escape, and then I got to go to find what I was working on.
Okay.
Okay, Amy, I feel really stupid. I'm so sorry, but
No.
because I was just getting in late and all this, but so now I'm on the main screen of OBS, and it's telling me trying to give me like a quick start. It's trying to give me guides, blah blah blah. I want to try to get to the screen that you're on. So
I would just go up to scene collection. Do you see?
I'm on Open Broadcaster Software, right?
Yep, OBS.
And it's called screen. I mean, I'm not even in that area right now. I mean, if you it's in the guides in the home. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. There's home. Maybe I got into the guides.
I think you're in the guide because.
Okay, so now I clicked home, but again, I'm trying to just get to that basic screen that you're looking at.
The big screen that I'm looking at. So I want you to go to scene collection. Do you see that on the top on your menu bar?
No, because I'm still in the basic thing. I never even got to that same. It just says across on the top. It says home, download, blog, help, and forum.
Okay, so I'm not sure that you're not actually in the app yet. Have you downloaded it?
I downloaded it, and then it had me download something else.
You shouldn't have to download anything else.
Uh-oh.
Have you gone to applications? If you'd like to share your screen, you can do that. I can stop sharing my screen.
Sure. Let me go to my main screen because maybe
I'm going to stop sharing mine, and then
maybe I have an icon.
And then if you want to share your screen, I can walk you through it.
Does anybody else mind if I'm doing that?
No, because they know what they're working on, so this is fine.
Okay. Okay, so I was in this.
Okay.
You can see me?
Yep. You are not in the software. You are on a website. So you downloaded it?
I did download it.
Okay. Did you open your...
I can't find where it is even.
Where it downloaded? I'm thinking that it's probably at the bottom of your screen.
I could do all apps.
Yep. Look into downloads. Where are your downloads in your computer? If you go to your Finder, not your Finder. I'm trying to think of what it's called on a PC.
I was in here at the bottom.
Okay, so I'm seeing. Yep. So I am only seeing your web browser. If you want to, when you share your screen, share your desktop, and then I'll see everything that you're doing.
It just says screen. Basic screen. File Explorer, OBS.
So pick, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could go, you could show,
Right.
does one of them say desktop?
Not one of them says, it says screen. Maybe should I do
Yeah,
that?
do you try that?
Okay. Can you see me doing a search for OBS?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Okay, so I thought I downloaded it already.
Yeah, you may have downloaded it and not actually installed it. So go ahead, hit download.
Okay, so here's what I did.
Mm-hmm. That's what you, yeah,
I
there's
thought I
download.
downloaded
Yeah,
this.
click on that.
So it wants to make changes to my device.
Let it.
I thought I hit yes to all this.
Okay.
No, it didn't get to the
Okay.
bar.
And it's
That
pretty
was
fast at
my
installing, so it should go pretty quickly from here.
It didn't get that. Okay. Okay, I'll mute myself. Thank you.
Perfect. No need to mute yourself and ask any questions you have. That's what this whole session's about.
Amy, can
Okay, and then just to be sure, what we're doing is we're actually trying to make you to post videos to YouTube with this.
With
Well,
OBS.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so the purpose of OBS, it is broadcasting software. So you can use this to present a class live that can be viewed live by people that are on YouTube at the same time, or whatever platform you use. We work
Also Microsoft, correct? Microsoft.
Yep, so whatever platform, you can do it through Google Meet, you could do it through Microsoft meetings. And then you can record it. If
Okay,
you're
so then
doing-
which service should I use then?
say that again, what should you use?
Which service? If you look at my screen, it's asking me for the service.
Oh, well, so can you use YouTube for your school? I mean, there were some
I
people
think
that,
I could. I think I can.
then I would choose that. YouTube gaming, that's it. And, oh, you don't have to do the auto configuration wizard. Just, yeah, because you don't have the stream key right now.
So
Just X that out. X that whole thing out. Sorry. But you will use YouTube then, if you can use. So now you're in the same thing as we're in. Right, so you're
and
gonna
so here's
create.
where you were talking about, that's where I should go first, is name the scene.
Yes, and what we did at the beginning was we said that it takes 4 to 5 seconds for the stream to start on whatever your platform is. So I put up a picture or a short video that can be seen until things catch up.
Okay, so then are you recommending that we could just even name it the like I have a picture of a
Sure.
pink
Yeah.
car.
Right.
So should I
That's
call
also
it
big.
pink car?
You can call it pink car. And then as you get into other scenes, you'll be more specific. Like mine, I have one that's for calendar, one that's for special person. I almost make the scenes the different sections of my class.
actually, I have a question about that, Amy, if I can just jump in here.
Sure.
quickly. I'm just trying to think so a scene would not translate necessarily to a classroom lesson. It would be maybe a repeated, like if you start every class with your calendar talk. So
Yeah.
you would create a scene that would be for calendar talk. And
Right. So whatever segments you have of your classroom, I would
Okay.
create a scene for that segment.
Okay. So a scene is not a whole class period. You're not creating a new thing every day. You're just kind of picking and choosing from these lessons. So like if I did You know, never mind. I'm not going to give an example because I'm not.
No,
quite
so
there.
just I'll talk you through and this is just how my brain has worked it out. If you have a different way, there's no right or wrong. I have my calendar talk, and then I have weather, and then I have one for special person, where I have my pictures for special person. I have one for write and discuss, if I'm going to write something on the screen, like the Word document. And they're just little things that I anticipate that I will need in my class. What are things that I often do? I'm often doing a write and discuss where I need a Word document and myself visualized that I can type on the screen. So I need that. I regularly do one where I need support vocabulary, right? Where I have like my question words on one side, joining words on the other, and most commonly used verbs. So I have that around the outside. I have that as a picture frame and myself in the center. Do you want me to show you that? Okay, let me share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen. And then I'm gonna go to, hold on one second. Hold on, I'm just gonna resize myself.
And can I just ask, while you're doing that, did you create this image? Is this from like is it a shot from a Google slide, or is it a, you know, how
This
did
is
you?
something that I use in Google Slides.
Okay.
And I have just tailored, I took a screenshot of it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, and then what I do is, let's see, get my video, here we go. Make myself, and now I can make myself as big as or small as I want, but here, let's see, are you seeing me? Did I just lose everybody?
Yes, no, sorry, I muted
No,
myself.
that's okay. No, that's okay. So as you see here on the screen then, I've got this. So as I'm talking to my students, I regularly, as I'm telling a story, I might want to say, you know, where does he go? Oh, does he go? You know, where does he go? Oh, he goes to blah, 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 right? And I walk them through, does he go in a car? Or does he go on a horse? And then I'm pointing to my words. So I often need these support words to get us through there.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay,
Got it.
great. How's everybody doing? What questions do we have?
I'm not sure if I got a video in mine. I think I have 2 audios and no video. That's something I just got to go in and fix, I guess.
Well, let's take a look. If you want, we can, you can share your screen and I'll stop sharing mine. And then if you want to share your screen, we can see what you got.
All right, let's see here.
This meeting is being recorded, everybody. So if you do need to go back.
And oh, okay, here we go, share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
All right, so
this is where I
you have to find your image. Oh, you're canceling that. Okay. So you
Yeah.
do not have.
I've got class story, you don't have any resources, it says, and then video.
Okay, but you are, remember, scenes, Mary Ann, have to have the layers in them. So if you go to class story, click on class story. Now under sources, that's where you have to add video. And that's where you have to add audio.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So click on that plus. Now add, down at the bottom, video capture device.
Okay.
And so go ahead, add existing, because you've added video 1. And that should bring you in. And let's see. Okay. All right, cancel that. Actually, don't, okay. Let's do it again though. Plus,
Okay.
and then do the video capture device again.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got video capture device. Now click OK. All right, so now up at the top, your device is your HP camera. Is that the camera on your, that's got to be it, because that's what you've got.
Yep, that's the only thing I have.
Okay.
So I'm thinking I would scroll down and check out the rest of it, but
No, let's capture audio only. Oh, no, go down. Let's stay right there. Audio output mode, capture
oh,
audio. Leave
it's all
that.
about audio.
Use output desktop audio. The middle one, yeah. And then go up to, scroll up a little bit. What's configure video? Let's see that.
Okay.
Camera control, let's try that. All right, click OK. Because it's not picking up your camera is my, video processing camera control. It's not there. You're already in that one. That one is Zoom. Click OK. Go down. Try click custom there for a second. Let's try that. Go ahead, click that bar right where you are. Click
And
custom.
then custom.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not it. So go put that back to default.
Okay.
Let's cancel that one for now. So cancel all the way down to the bottom. Go down to your plus on sources. You have a video capture device there. Plus, say something, Marianne, right now.
Okay. Hi. How are you? Can you see me on there or not? It's a black screen for me.
Black screen. Okay, go down and hit the plus.
Alrighty.
All right, so now audio input capture all the way up at the top. Go ahead, click that.
Okay.
And click OK. Go up and click device default. Let's see what it goes. Yeah. Microphone, try that one. Yeah. And click OK.
All right.
Now you have audio. Okay. So.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my, it's a little bit loud. I should probably turn myself down.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine. Just leave it there. No. Go back up. Go back up.
Okay.
Put it back up. You'll be fine. All right. So let's delete your video capture for now. So
Okay.
there you go. And now
Just
hit delete on your computer, on your keyboard.
oh, the button on the.
Yep.
Oops. Sorry, I hit escape.
No, that's okay.
Delete
You
is
don't have
on
to
the other side. There we go.
Just yes. All right. I'm not sure what the camera situation is here with you, so we might have to work on that more. But add some more layers to yours now. What images do you want there? Because this is where I would also delete like video there. Delete that.
Okay.
Now calendar talk is one that you will have. That will be a separate one. Okay, and you'll have to add in calendar talk. Why don't you go in now and add your audio input capture too? So go over there.
Okay, so for every single different scene, you have to add your audio and video.
Yes. And I'm also, yeah, go ahead. No, up to audio input capture at the top. There you go.
And so if I can interject, now when I first got in, all of my green lines and sounds and all that were all like moving like monitors. It was like going. So
Yep.
does that mean I don't need to do these audio input capture steps?
If you have one in everything, if there's, is it auxiliary? Is that what it says?
Well, see, if I'm looking at Marianne's screen, it just says audio mixer. It just says one green line, one blue line underneath. I've got 3 of those.
Okay, you have to have added a few. So let me, Marianne, I'm gonna take you off screen share. Can we do that?
Yes.
No, I can wait. If you want, I can wait until Marianne's done.
Oh, no, that's fine. Let's,
Well, we're gonna spread the wealth, and I've got to figure out her camera issue. Marianne, why don't you try to add some images that you want in there while we're doing this, and then we are still gonna go on to do videos and slide presentation or PowerPoint presentations. There you are, Cynthia. Okay,
Yeah, I figured I'd open my camera so you know who you're talking to.
nice to put
Okay, so I can go ahead and hit share screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
how do you get the sources column to show up? That's a question that we have.
How
This sources screen here, the bottom, the second one in. How do you get that sources screen to come up?
you can hit the plus sign.
Hit the plus sign. Okay.
Wait,
That
is that
wasn't
what you
even
mean?
showing
All,
up.
wait, whoever's asking that, are you asking how to, like, all the possible inputs?
Yeah, so I don't have, I have scenes, and then it's beside it is audio mixer. There's no sources column at all, so there's no plus sign to hit for me.
Are you on?
I stopped sharing, so if Natalie wants to share her screen.
Okay, so
Okay.
all right, go ahead, and then I'm gonna get right back to you, Cynthia.
No worries.
Oops. Which one? I'm not sure if, I don't know how to do this.
Here you go. You're fine. You're fine.
Do you see something?
I do. I see your screen. Slide your there you go. Slide it over. There you go. Perfect.
So at the bottom,
Yeah.
see it says scenes and then audio mixer. Is it because my camera is used up at a Zoom meeting? I don't have anything extra. I just have.
No.
No?
Why don't we go up and look at tools? Can you click on tools for me?
Yes.
Tools, desk line captions, automatic scene switcher. All right.
Go to view. Go to view. Slide over to view, maybe.
That's a good idea. Toolbars. Click toolbars. No, we got that. I'm gonna say click help and type sources. Help portal. Help portal. Let's see. Did you download OBS or OBS Studio?
It could be OBS Studio.
It should be OBS Studio.
Okay, I think I have OBS Studio. You know what? I'm just gonna rewatch this, and I told you I have the 16-year-old. He can maybe help me with what I'm missing.
At the bottom, I see that you have like on your screen, like to scenes to the far right. Do you see that over there? There's that little black thing. Scroll. So touch scenes over here. Scenes to the left.
Scene transitions or to the left? Okay.
Where it says scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. Put your cursor on the word scenes. Now scroll to the right about 2 inches. There's a black dot. Over right there. What does that do? Click that. Okay. That's not it. All right. We're gonna have to click around.
Okay, but Amy, thank you. I will try and play around with it.
Okay,
You
and
just continue with.
I will
Yeah.
Google that and find out. And if I find as soon as we're done here, okay?
You think it's because
Yeah,
of
thank you so much.
No problem.
Did you maximize her screen? I wonder.
What? I'm sorry?
Maximize her screen.
No, I don't think that she's not seeing it on her screen. So it's got nothing to do with what she's actually sharing with me. She's actually not seeing it. It's not there. So I'm going to ask you to
Okay.
stop sharing your screen, and
Okay.
Cynthia, if you would jump back. There's Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia, go ahead and share your screen. Okay.
So you see how I already have the desktop audio and the mic auxiliary? That's all like lit up automatically.
Okay.
So if I click on scene and intro, and I added in a calendar talk and introducing.
Okay, so then you should be all set. You're all set on your audio. Now you're just going to need to add your video.
Okay, and then when I did the
And
intro,
again, you want bienvenidos. Yep. Maybe you want to slide over your picture or make bienvenidos smaller.
yeah, but it's white.
So double click on.
How do I make?
If you want it up there, you got to change your font color in the thing. So double click. Go back over. Put it where you want it. That's fine. Double click, right? Let go of it. Let go of it.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where I want it.
Right, but I'm just going to show you how to change the color real quick, and then you can do double click it.
If you one of these.
Here we go. You got font colors, all the custom colors. You can do all those fun things. Custom color, and you can mess with it.
I thought I changed it to be this color. See how it's already associated with orange? And I clicked OK. See, it doesn't show up. So how do I change it?
But you got to click, double click it again. Click. Right click then.
And then I even hit Control A for all.
So I think. I might have you go down and hold on, let go. Go down, click on bienvenidos in the sources. Double click that. Okay, and in there, select font and then do all of your stuff in there. You should maybe, strike through effects. Can you scroll in there? Okay, so then you are going to have to select it and do the font in there and play with that. I'm going to have to apologize and say that I am not a PC person.
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, okay. And then yeah, there we go. Giddy up. Okay, so try to do all your font stuff in that one section. My hard part, like I can tell you what to do on the Mac with my eyes closed, and with the PC, it's been so long. Okay, so I still got to work out, no problem. Marianne, I've still got to work out your camera thing. I'm going to figure out why we don't have these sources and figure that whole thing out. And for Natalie, let me take a moment to show you how to add a web-based thing to a scene, because I know we're definitely going to need that. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. I'm going to share my desktop. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my demo, and I'm going to add another scene, and my cat's going to type the name apparently. So there's, I don't know how you pronounce that. Now, I'm going to add, you'll see that I have browser up at the top. Okay. I'm going to name this Google Slide, because I have copied the URL to a Google Slide presentation. All right. And sorry, I put you guys all over there. I have copied the URL to a Google Slide presentation. And so I'm going to click OK. And it's going to ask me URL. Do you see that on my screen? It's asking for URL.
Yeah.
I'm just right here. Oops. This is for, so, no, that's the Zoom. Because I forgot I had to copy and paste the link for Marianne for the meeting. Hold on, I got to recopy it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I've got it open here. Okay, so I copy the URL and then, okay. So you can use a PowerPoint presentation for anything that's either that you've got on a web-based storage. So mine is on Google Drive, okay? Anything that you can share with a URL you could use here. So this could also be a video, all right? So I've put my URL in and I'm gonna click OK. Now it's brought me to Google Slides. I can resize it. Now, I'm going to show you a special trick for resizing, and this is important. So look at my screen. Make sure you're looking at my screen. This is a special trick that you will want to use. I can use Alt on a PC, Option on a Mac. And I hold that down and then I take the button and I can resize the screen. Oh, look at that, without changing the picture. I can do it with an image too. If I want to crop an image in here, it's so much easier than having to crop it in another presentation. Go to one of your other slides or if you want and hold that Option or the Alt down and then you can resize it. But I'm gonna do this and this and this. And I'm just gonna make it bigger. I'm just messing with it to show you how to mess with it. You can decide how you're gonna do it. Okay, so now my special person presentation is in there, but it's still, how am I gonna go between the slides? Because I have to be in the presentation. You're gonna wanna take note of this because this is important. You're going to right click on the presentation in OBS. My cursor is right there. I right clicked down at the bottom. Do you see the button Interact? Interact is going to give you access to your PowerPoint presentation or to the actual video stop and start. So watch, I'm going to click Interact and it's going to pop me up. I've got my own little tiny presentation over here. The kids aren't going to see that when I'm in stream, right? So now I can go like this, watch my OBS screen. I'm going to click Present in my Interact area. And now the kids have my presentation and I, on my Interact, can go through my slides, do whatever I want, and they're going to see it in there. All right. I think hindsight, I didn't need to resize this the way that I did. So I would just go back out and do that. Okay. But I could then do all that. Right. So now I've got, they're not seeing, but I can interact with the slide presentation. I can go forward. I can go backward. I can do and the kids are seeing it. Now, again, I'm going to want to say, what's the big deal? Except now I can once again go in and add my video capture device. I'm going to add existing because I've done it before. And now there I am. And I can talk to the kids while I'm in there. And of course,
Okay.
no one's getting.
Can you show us that one more time?
Yep. Hold on one second. So I want to remind you, just like with all the other things, you have to add the audio and the video. So I've added the video. No one would hear me. So I have to go in and add the audio input capture. Some of you already have it and don't need to do it. But I'm going to add my existing. Okay. So this is just like in the other slides, the other scenes that you've created. You're going to add your video and you're going to add your audio. So I will delete them and I will show you again, but it's exactly the same way that you did it in your other scenes. I've got my slide presentation. Just like I did before, I'm going to add video capture device. I've already set up the camera so I can add existing and camera. and then I resize it and I can move it around, put it wherever I want it, however I want it. Same thing, I now need to add in my audio input. And I've already done it before, so I don't need to go searching. I click add existing, click on my microphone, and okay, and there's my microphone again.
Is there a way, Amy, after that, which is marvelous, is there possibly a way to have a student share a screen with us so that we could see them?
Nope.
Just like, no?
You're
Okay.
streaming. This is streaming software. This is broadcasting streaming. This is not Zoom. This is not meetings. This is not Google Meet. This is for you to present to your students. They can interact with you through chat. They are not audio able, and they are not able to share their screens. If sharing screens with students, this is not the right time for that. When you're going to do a video that you're going to talk and you want just short responses from students, this is a great opportunity. When you're doing a story and you want short input ideas from students, this is a great opportunity. When you're doing a movie talk, and you want them to be able to respond to you with short things, another great opportunity. Okay, but they can't interact with you. It's
so the superstar interview would not be for this.
Well, we kind of discussed that on Friday, how it didn't work with the Zoom. I am going to test it out with Google Meet and see if that works. But this was more in line, I would think, more productive for a storytelling, for a video chat, or not a video chat, a movie talk, for a picture talk, something that you can talk through and get short interactions with the students watching it, and then it'll be recorded and available for the students after the fact as well.
So anybody who missed class, so to speak, or if it's asynchronous, they can come back and watch it later.
If it's asynchronous, I would use Loom. Maybe. You might do it here. Yeah, you might do it here. Yeah. Yes. Remember, asynchronous means it's not live.
Right.
Streaming is live.
So if you're asynchronous, then you'd want to use Loom, L-O-O-M.
Loom, which is a recording software. You could do this. It's just a matter of if you are forbidden to be live.
Right.
I don't want anyone to get in trouble. Then this
Right.
will cause you trouble. If you can record and it doesn't matter if anybody is there or not, right? You could record and nobody comes and then it's just available. Then yes, then that's fine. I just want to make sure that nobody gets themselves in trouble if it's forbidden territory.
Thank you. That's there's so many different requirements and
yeah,
requests.
and every school district is different, you know.
Yes.
So it just, you know, to kind of say, just make sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's and making sure what you're able to do. I do want to show you, and you could do the same thing with a video link, wherever. I'm just, let's see. If you wanted to add a video link, I could add another browser and say, let's say video, I'll say YouTube. And then I could grab a video. Just gonna grab a video real quick, except that I'm not in the right. I'm just gonna, okay, so I'm just gonna grab a link for you and I'm gonna put that in here just so that you can see. And now I gotta turn it off on my YouTube screen because it's gonna, okay. And then I can paste that there. Hold on. Okay. And then I'm going to click OK. And I've got a YouTube video again.
Someone needs help customizing and saving with Liberty Mutual.
I can right click, interact, and I can play or pause that video. Okay? For the students. So now I have control of the video, but it's playing for them on the stream. And again, I can change the size of it. I can do that Alt or Option click and change the size of it and do that. And I'm going to
I
delete it.
figured out Natalie's question because I just made that mistake and I almost had my source disappear. I don't know if you want me to screen share what I just found.
About what is this? I'm sorry.
Was it Natalie that had lost her source or her scene back?
Yes. Yes, she can't find her sources. So let me stop sharing, and if you want to show that, I know we're going over. I apologize.
Okay, so my screen is showing 2 files. So if I hit like file and file, then my sources is like a moving thing. So if I wanted to get it back, I have to like shove it down back in the corner.
Cool.
So
Okay.
that's I don't know if maybe Natalie yours was disappeared some way, that if you hit that right corner, before it was a black button you had.
Yeah,
But-
so Natalie, that's something that you can play with. Maybe even closing out of OBS and opening it again would give you some idea there.
And while I'm sharing, it says profile untitled scene. How do I save this as something?
So go up to Scene Collection and rename and name it.
And then do you have one just like called Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, or what do you rename them?
I mean, you're going to name it whatever's going to be easiest for you to find. If you're going to have a different one for each class, then yeah, I would name it per class. I personally have one. I kind of see my scenes as my classroom. They're kind of like my word walls. They're things that I use pretty much in every class, and that they're just more simplified or more advanced based on the students in the class. Does that make sense? I don't have a separate setup for each and every one, each class.
Okay, and then I'm noticing as I added this car, I added the picture of the car and the Bienvenidos to my scene called Intro,
Okay.
and it comes up here. Is that right? It's supposed to show up here? The picture, Bienvenidos, and pink card titles?
Yep. You've got your video capture device there, but you don't need it there because you're not going to put a video in it. So I would take the video capture device out there, go in sources, up, just click on it, yep, and click delete. Don't right click it, just select it so it's blue. And now click delete on your keyboard. And yes. So that's
All right.
correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So
That's cute as can be. I love that car.
it's adorable. So listen, the one thing we haven't done, we haven't talked about what do you do now? You've got it set up. How do you make it happen? And I'm gonna share my screen one more time and go over here. Let's see. Are you guys seeing, which screen are you seeing? Could you guys tell me which screen are you seeing Persona Especial or are you seeing El Mundo?
El Mundo.
Perfect. Okay, so what I want to show you is that when it's time to stream, there are settings. And if you're going to go through YouTube, it's going to take, you're going to have to go into the settings and see where it says stream. That's where you're going to need to go. And you're going to also need to open YouTube. You don't have to do this right now, but I'm going to show you. And if you're doing it through Microsoft Meetings, you're going to open Microsoft Meetings and you're just going to have to select OBS as your camera, which we'll have to kind of work out, Marianne. We'll have to play with that because, again, I'm not familiar with Microsoft Meetings.
Okay.
But I'm going to bring this over here. All right, are you guys seeing my YouTube channel?
Yes.
All right, so up in the top, there's that little plus with the camera. That's where you would upload a video. It's also where you could go live. So I would click go live. And then stream is the button that I'm going to need. I would title my stream. I'm going to call this nothing. And then I always say it's not made for kids. Create stream. Here's what you need. You need to get a stream key, basically to connect OBS and YouTube or whatever you're streaming with. So here's my stream key. It says stream key. So I'm going to copy my stream key. And then I just go back here. And here where it wants my stream key, I paste my stream key. And then I would click OK. And then once it connects, well, once I've done that, then I can click Start Streaming. Once I start streaming here, as soon as YouTube picks it up, which I haven't done, so it won't pick it up, the picture of your screen will pop up here. And it'll say, you're ready to go live. And then I could click go live and then boom, they're out there for the world to see.
If you wanted to, how can you delete something from YouTube?
It's not hard. I go to my channel. So I right click, I clicked, left clicked on my picture of my account. I go to your channel and it'll show me my videos. In your channel thing, you can open it and then you have the ability to edit your video. And when you go in edit video, I could delete my video there. Does that make sense?
Yes, very
get-
easy. And then what would you recommend that we name our video? I heard that our district is saying that if you're going to do something, you have to turn the comments off. Like the students are not allowed to comment.
Oh,
But that was old, maybe that was old stipulations. And now that maybe we're going to be doing something, you know, some new technology, maybe they would have to allow it.
maybe, I mean, they're concerned with inappropriate commenting. Is that basically it?
Maybe, yes.
I mean, you also have the ability to make the stream semi-private in that only people that have the link could get in there. So it's not like you're necessarily out there for the whole world. You know what I mean? So if it were okay for students to comment, you could just share the link with your students in like Google Classroom or whatever platform you use that way. And then they could go to the link. That stinks if you can't comment, then it makes it kind of takes away some of the purpose of it, you know? I don't have a perfect answer for that.
And so then how would you, for your streaming, what do you name your channel? Do your students go to that same channel?
Yeah, I mean, I have my channel's DMS Spanish. I teach at DMS middle school. So it's DMS Spanish, and then whatever my stream is, I mean, I'll title it the date and the class. You know, June 29th, Spanish 1. Real creative.
We could have multiple channels because I wanted to do something private for you to start a channel. You could have multiple channels, right?
You under multiple email addresses.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Other questions? I'm sorry this has gone so long on you guys. Got to be exhausted.
No, it's just very good overall view. Thank you so much, Amy, because it gives a person a chance to sit and think through, you know, would this be appropriate for my particular needs with the coming school year? Our school district is not even making any decisions until the end of July, but it's really a good idea, I think, to be looking at things, different things throughout the summer, because when you're beginning a school year instead of ending a school year, it just could, you know, it might possibly change. They might just have to allow more things that they didn't do before. And,
Right.
you know,
I mean,
who knows what it'll be, but at least if we have some, you know, more grapes in our basket than just one grape, we're going to be able to pluck what we need.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and this won't be perfect for everybody. It won't be, but you know, in situations where, like for me, it would have been perfect for me this last marking period of the school year if I had it, because my district would not help with scheduling. And so I had 65 kids in a Spanish 1 class and 50 kids in a Spanish 2 class. And I can't teach those kids effectively in person like that. So I'm certainly not going to be able to do it in a Zoom meeting. But if I had them streaming, it would have been more effective. I would have had their attention on a stream, and I could have controlled their comments this way, and we would have been more effective. So instead of doing that, I ended up going asynchronously. So, I mean, not everybody wanted to be on video with me, and they were all, you know, all complaining. So this way the kids who wanted to be with me could have been with me, and the ones who wanted to look at it later and use it for whatever, it would have been great for that. So, you know, you're just going to kind of have to check in your head, like, what am I doing with this? What can I do with this? I do have to test drive Google Meet because did I lose you guys? I have to test drive Google Meet with this because I do believe Google Meet would work for a special person. I don't want to send you down that road until I'm positive that it does. So I will certainly update on that. So we'll see.
Yeah, what do you mean for a special person?
So we were talking about special person interviews, you know, where you interview the kid to build relationship and ask them all about themselves, where you can bring a guest in on your stream. So it would be just you and actually another student there with you, talking with you back and forth about what they're interested in, with support slides for that. And if Google Meet worked, Zoom did not work, but that's because Zoom is actually a whole other app. So my computer was running another app. So I tend to think if another website was working with it, it might have worked more effectively. And you're
at a middle school, so I teach middle school too. So 6th grade and 8th grade, are there any like age restrictions you think that would come into play for kids not to be able to go to YouTube? What grade do you teach?
I'm 6th through 8th grade. I do a lot of releases with my kids at the beginning of the year. So I get permission. I know exactly who's allowed to be photographed, who's allowed to be videoed, whose videos can be posted on Instagram, whose videos can be posted on Twitter and YouTube and all this stuff. So I do all of that, and I have like files of those papers, so I know, so that all the videos that I have on my YouTube channel, I have permission from all of those parents.
Could you give us a copy of that?
Say that again?
Could we see a copy of that?
Yeah, I have it on my computer. I will share those releases. And then what happens is Our school sends out releases as well, but they're not as, mine are more detailed because I use more technology than the school does. So like I have kids that are on a no photo list for school but it's such a vague list, and I like, that kid can't be on YouTube, but that kid can be on Instagram, and that kid can't be here, but he can be there. And so then I have all that with parents' signatures and all that stuff. So yes, I will share that.
Would you be able to maybe share that detailed list with us? Would
Yeah, I
that
just
be...
said I would. Yeah, I just said I would.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, happy to do it. I'll post it on the thing, on the group. Definitely, because I video my classes all the time. I don't get a lot of opportunity to get observed. So I record myself teaching so that I can watch myself and rip myself apart. It's humbling. I'm not nice.
We are our own worst critics too. Oh my.
Yes. So that's how that works.
And hey, one more funny thing. And I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
July 3rd, baby. Disney Plus. So yeah, so I'm gonna bet that I leave you with more questions. Okay? Please write them down and message me. Feel free to friend me on Facebook. I'll, and message me, and I'll answer your questions, or I'll send you my email address. I'm happy to talk with you. I'm happy to Zoom with you privately and help you if you're really interested in it and need to work out bumps. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I could never do this. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's just a matter of needing to work through the bumps and test drive it.
And Amy, thank you very much.
Always
You spent
happy to do it.
2 weeks pulling out your hair to get this ready for us, and you did all the very, very, very hard work, and we don't have to spend 2.5 weeks of our entire life to try to figure this out. So, and plus you're willing to help us. We know we have a resource we can count on.
This is how I learn, right? I got to dig into it and get messy, and I figure it out. And then if I explain it to other people, I'm even better at it. So it's an honor for me that you guys are willing to sit through this with me and troubleshoot it.
So thank you very much. I learned a lot, and I have a lot more to learn.
Good. So just reach out with questions, please, please, please.
Thank you very much, Amy. Have a great day.
I'll see you guys Wednesday for Textivate and Gimkit.
Yeah.
Textivate and Gimkit Wednesday.
Be there or be
Eastern.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.